They've sussed out that we are not very good defensively.
Yeah, nothing less than a win today is good enough, really.
Bullied out of it. So poor defensively that was. Absolutely shocking defending again. Good morning everybody, welcome back to the Football Martin channel. Match day vlog coming your way. It's away days here on the Football Martin channel. Thank you very much for tuning in. It's Hull City versus Southampton today. It is Hull away. We are doing Hull and back in a day. It is a 520-mile round trip for myself today. It's a epic away day. When I looked at the fixtures, it was one I thought to myself, do I really want to go to Hull City? It's a long way, but I think with the season where it's at already, just 5 games in, it's the 6th game today, you kind of already feel like it's a must-win game. It's a game we need to go and win. It's been a real rocky start to the season, hasn't it? It was never going to be easy, but today is a game where you feel there's so much riding on it already after 6 games. Absolutely incredible. I'm going to take you with me in my matchday vlog. We are getting a minibus today. We're with Chris and the gang, Controversial Chris. He will be making an appearance on the channel. Yes, the legend that is Chris will be here. He's him, myself, and a couple of others are going to help with the driving today. But it is Hull City away. I cannot wait for this one. It's going to be a tough one. It's not going to be an easy game, is it? But looking forward to getting on the road. Looking forward to all the stops. Looking forward to all the conversations. My ferry has just arrived. It's a 7:15. High speed into Southampton today, so little trip across the Solent as per normal, and we'll be hitting the road for this mighty away day. Also a little plug for my Patreon page. I've relaunched my Patreon actually. It's a massive help for the channel, so if you could if you want to support the channel and support its growth and help me make more Southampton content, that would be massively appreciated. I've got a new package which just starts at £3, so it's less than a cup of coffee, and it just makes a massive difference to the channel. We want to bring more interviews and more content, and I want to upgrade a fair bit of kit as well. So everything that I make on the channel, I invest everything back in. So if you could support us on Patreon, that would be absolutely amazing. Right, I've just turned up at where we're collecting the minibus from. I'm just waiting for the legend that is Controversial Chris, who's just getting out of the car behind me now. He's been on holiday in Tenerife, looking forward to catching up with him. And yeah, looking forward to this trip. I'm really hungry. It's like, what's it now? It's about 8 o'clock. I'm absolutely starving, so I'm going to have to go and get a coffee as well. I've done an hour and a half of being awake and not had a coffee, which is a bit of a travesty in my life. I've got to be quite honest. First pit stop of the day, time for some food. Grabbed a breakfast roll from Starbucks and a coffee. It's 9:30, we're on the road, which is good. Chris is driving, he's a top driver by the way. He's always rapid, but we've got a hire auto so we can all take turns driving today, which is quite handy. There's quite a few of us here. I'll get a few of the guys on the channel at some stage if they're willing to come on, which is always a tricky one. We were talking about the Portsmouth game last weekend, and everyone's saying the same, just how drab and how dire it was, and how the players went up for it. And we were talking about like Matt Letizia went in, didn't he? Franny Bernardi went in, and we were saying, why don't you get like some die-hard fans in there, people that have been on the terraces, that know the club and know what it means to the fans. Not someone like me, but I mean somebody that's been around for like the last 60, 70 years that knows what it's like. Get them in and around the players to show them what it means. So they were saying a lot of the players didn't look like they were up for it last weekend, and knowing what it meant to us as fans. And we were saying, just get people in the building that know it. One that really stands out for me is when they did the Arsenal documentary on, I think it was Amazon Prime, and they had the club photographer who knew the club inside out and knew what it meant. And for the North London derby, he was in the dressing room and give the team talk, or give a little speech. How about get somebody in that, I know they did it with the boxing guy last year, but just somebody that's been around, that's passionate about the club. Anyway, it's time. I'm waffling on now. I'm rambling, but it's time for some food. Get back in the truck and get moving. It's a long old way. It's supposed to rain real heavy today. Forecast in Hull is not good. My mate's up there, and he said it is dark and gloomy, and the forecast is for torrential rain this afternoon. Could be interesting. Get away somehow. Somehow. Richie, we're not far away now.
No.
How are you feeling about this one?
Well, today I'm hoping Will Still is a bit more positive than negative at home against our lethal enemy. And
You were disappointed last week, weren't you? We've been talking about it. How disappointed were you?
Disappointed. Such a negative team. Frightened to lose. They were frightened to lose. And it ended up a kick fest, of which we won because we got 4 yellow cards. But today, I think, hopefully, it play 4-4-2. Ross Stewart, Armstrong up front, and hopefully they can do something.
Yeah, well, we were talking about the ref last week as well. How bad was that ref last week? We need a better ref today, surely.
He was a Prem ref, isn't he?
Yeah.
And he just wanted to make a name for himself.
Yeah, it was all about him, wasn't
Forget the derby, he wanted to make a name for himself. The refs do that these days.
it? Yeah, we need a better ref today. They've let loads of goals in, Hull. I think they let 14 goals in 5 games.
Yeah.
On paper, it looks like a game that Saints should score goals in. Do you think they will?
Wow, depends on what forward line we play. If he plays Archer up front, then can't see nothing happening.
Yeah, I don't think Archer will play here somehow today. So what are you saying? Score prediction, what's your thought?
The way things are going, I reckon a draw.
You're going to go with a draw.
Yeah.
Richie's going with a draw. Right, we're not far away. It is absolutely teeming down outside. It's a horrible day. It's misty, it's overcast, and it's a bit rank. I'm with the legend, controversial Chris. First and foremost, mate, how was holiday?
Oh, lovely, mate. Yeah, 35 degrees yesterday and 13 degrees and rain today. Great.
Yeah, it's minging. It is absolutely minging. We've seen the team. Just the one change. Damien Downs in up front. What's your thoughts on the? Oh yeah, 2. Casper Yander as well.
Yeah, replacing Flynn Downs, I understand. Not really. I don't understand Damien Downs. I don't understand that. But we'll see. We're nothing less than a win today is good enough, really. So yeah, we'll see. If his changes work, the changes work. If they don't work, then he's got to change it earlier than what he did last week against Pompey.
Yeah, the changes were late. Well, you were in a bar last weekend. You said you were watching it from a bar.
Yeah.
Terrible game, wasn't it?
Disappointing. Very, very. There was 11 chances to become heroes last week, and none of them took it. And I thought his team selection was on the -5. 4-5-1 at home against your local rival. You got to be going balls out really to get the win, because you become an instant hero in our eyes. And I think when they talk about what the games mean to the players, I think maybe rather than getting ex-pros in to talk to the players about it, they should get the paying general public in to tell them exactly what these games mean, because they'll be happy with a 0-0 draw against Pompey last week. It's a point, whereas we won't, and it's the only people happy with that result were the Pompey fans with their 0-0 win. So I think next time there's a derby, perhaps they ought to try talking to the fans a bit more.
Someone like yourself is the sort of man that need going in there.
Well, anybody with the passion for the club, anybody that's been there, anybody that follows them through thick and thin and spends their money every week going to watch them. I know it's our choice, but I think the players need to understand what it is to support this lot, because we have a lot of crap supporting this lot, really. But it's our choice, so we can only make that choice ourselves. But they just need to inject a bit more passion into the group of players. I know he's trying to pick up a squad that are very, very low on confidence, but in the same light, it's a new season, it's a clean slate.
Yeah.
The players are professional athletes. They should be able to pick themselves up under a new manager and get on with stuff. So
Yeah, no, I totally agree. It's a really good point. Today, it's feeling like a game that we need to win. No game is easy in the Championship. It's not like we're going to turn up here and just roll them over. It won't be easy. They've let in 5 games, they're 14 goals in.
Yeah.
So they've leaked a lot of goals.
Well, we need to capitalise on that, really. We need to get balls in the box. We need to just go at them from the off, really. My instruction would be just get into them and go at them. A bit like what Pompey did for us with the first 20 minutes last week. Pompey went at us, and we haven't really seen that yet with under Will Still. The players need to be up for it to get us up for it after last week's disappointment in the derby.
What's your score prediction? What you thinking?
2-1 Saints.
2-1 Saints. That would be very, very nice. So we've been chatting about the derby all morning. It's all we've been talking about. How flat and rubbish was last week.
I mean, the atmosphere was good, but the football was terrible. Just terrible football again. But it needs to improve, otherwise we're not going to do well.
How do you see this season unravelling? I know we're only 5 games in, game week 6 today. But how do you see the season unravelling?
I think we're going to get about mid-table, to be honest with you.
Is that how you feel?
Yeah, mid-table, not playoffs.
Yeah, a lot of people I've been chatting to have been saying exactly the same. Not convinced that we'll be a playoff side.
Nah, too poor defensively, can't keep clean sheets, but other than that, I think it'll be all right. Be solid mid-table.
Before you go, who's going to be the star man today? You going with Damien Downs?
Damien Downs, yeah, he's going to do it. He's got to. Love him.
He's going with Damien Downs. Thank you very much for joining me. I really appreciate it. I'm with Josh. Josh, great to see you. We're here at Hull. The weather's horrible. It's damp. It's disgusting, isn't it?
It's a typical Northern away day.
It is a typical Northern away day. How are you feeling about today's game? Obviously, it was a drab 0-0 draw last week. Did you see goals today?
Yeah, I think derbies always have a habit of being draws, because I think most of the time you just don't want the stain of them lording it over you that they've beaten you. So I kind of expected it to be a draw in the derby. Maybe not 0-0, but I think we've got a bit more freedom today. We don't have that. We shouldn't have that fear. I think it should be quite good.
Yeah, Damien Downs starts up front. I was just saying to someone else a minute ago, God, he needs a goal, doesn't he, Damien Downs?
I think it's been the running theme with every striker we've signed for the last 5 years, that as soon as they get that first goal, they'll be fine. But it seems that first goal comes about 20 games into the season. But hopefully something will fall his way today, because in pre-season he looked relatively solid.
Scored with his first touch, didn't he, with that beautiful goal against Espanyol?
Yeah, exactly. And obviously friendly's a different environment to an actual season game. But hopefully when it comes about, hopefully today, or if not relatively soon, I think he'll be a really good option. He looks bright without getting that kind of final bit of quality. He puts himself out about a bit, but yeah, it's just lacking that final bit right now, but hopefully that comes soon.
Score prediction before you go?
2-1 win.
2-1 win. A 2-1 win, that would be nice. Josh, pleasure. The game is underway. Saints kick in from right to left. Hull is shooting towards the goal where the Saints fans are. We're in like the corner really. There's a few fans behind the goal to the left, but the die-hard Hull fans are to the right-hand side of our fans. Perfect conditions for a game of football. The pitch is greasy. The rain is not as hard as it was. The ball's zipping around. The surface looks good. Saints in all white, which looks weird actually from behind because it looks like a white strip. But it looks good. Be interested to see how Damien Downs does today. Big day for him. Some reaction to that goal. Poor one to defend really. Cross comes in. McBurnie wins the header. There was two Saintsmen. I've looked at it back on my camera. Had both Harwood Bellis and Roslev. Neither of them win the header. Both bullied out of it. McBurnie wins the header. Bazuni makes the save and they score it. Rebound straight into the hole. Players his body and they're 1-0 up. 28 on the clock and Saints have to chase it now. But it's their first attack of the game. And we find ourselves 1-0 down, but got to defend. Cross is better than that. So poor defensively that was. But it's a big moment in the game. They have to keep their heads now. Have to keep your heads and respond really quickly. But yeah, not shown enough in the attacking intent as Manning goes back to the goalkeeper. Saints trying to find their way into the game. Not really got followed into the game yet. There's poor from Roslev. He just boots it long. Seen him do that a lot. I've seen a lot of him, and I've not massively been impressed so far. He's settling in, but just kicked it long there. Didn't even look. Under no pressure whatsoever. As Azaz picks it up. Downs hits it across the goalkeeper. Close. Best chance. Damien Downs. It's half time here at the MKM Stadium and it's been a poor first half. They get one chance, they score it, we get a chance and we scuff it wide. It's a story of our season really. We've got a lot of crosses in the box but no one to get on the end of it. Yander's been busy, Fraser's been busy, but no real nothing going really going forward. We look like we're going to open them up and score goals, but yeah, defensively really poor for the goal. Got booed off, the players did at half time as well. It feels people look really flat, the players look like they're lacking some confidence as well. I'm with Matchday Steve's here actually next to me. I'm going to get his thoughts on the first half very shortly, but yeah, I thought it was pretty dreadful. A little bit more half-time reaction. I've got Steve with me. What was your thoughts on that first half?
Not very good, was it?
That was bad, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was bad. Yeah, there's just nothing going forward. There's no. We need a striker. Well, we were just saying that a minute ago, weren't we? We were just saying that.
Damien Downs gets a chance and puts it wide.
Yeah, I reckon that's Archer. That's in.
Yeah.
I genuinely think that or Adam Armstrong. Yeah. I think Armour had to start today, or Archer had to start. I just don't think Damien Downs has got it. And I think after that goal went in, I don't know what was going on with the save from Bazunu, why he didn't catch it, and why Jack Stevens
palms it straight back into the.
And Jack Stevens is not tracking his runner again, and it just comes off his knee and goes in. So you give away a cheap goal, and then all their heads go down, and then we're struggling up the other end.
We can't get Zaz in the game, can we?
No. Again. No, and I think if we can get him in the game, I think we stand a chance. I said at the beginning of this, I said, I reckon 2-1. They will go in and score first, and then we'll get 2. So I'm hoping that they're going to come out second half, and they're going to do something, but I can't see it. I mean, I don't think Ross Stewart is good enough. The only one I think that can open this game up would be Armour or Archer.
Great, that was Matchday Steve on the channel. Great to speak to you, Steve.
Thanks, buddy.
A real solid start to the second half, much better from Saints, right on the front foot, and they got right up the pitch. We got right in amongst Hull, right in their half. We're playing football in their half. Shea Charles is playing a lot higher up the field. He's been good actually, just giving it away there. He had a chance to get a shot off and didn't, but he's been good. Yeah, he's made us tick at times. I've been really impressed with his performance today. Roz left down the right hand side. He's getting higher and higher up the field. Ryan Fraser, I don't think he's carrying a bit of a knock. He's not really got into this second half. Finazaz still not quite in it at this moment in time. Two 2-0 Hull. Hull with Bellis, I think it was, that gives it away. It's a long directional ball. Exactly the same almost as the first goal. Ball goes in the box. McBurnie wins the header again. Knocked down is Lundstram, scored it. Other end, but it was absolutely shocking defending again. As Hull break again. Halfway line, out on the left hand side. Ryan Fraser's gone in at right back. Will still has made the changes. They've gone for another long ball, Hull. They've sussed out that we are not very good defensively, certainly with our 2 centre-backs. Don't win headers when they've got men around them. Adam Armstrong's on. Damien Downs went off, he got cheered off. The fans were delighted when he went off. Leo Senzer's on. Cameron Archer. Fellows went off, but he's not done a lot really. And Roslev as well. Adam Armstrong's just had a shot. Cheered by the Saints fans, but Adam Armstrong just had a shot. I think we have to start utilising Armour now, but we look dejected of any confidence at this moment in time. But Roslev went off, and Ryan Fraser's gone at right back because he obviously doesn't feel he's well, he's changed the system, I think, by the looks of it. He's going to try and get Fraser up the field a bit more and play as a right wing back, but no width to the game at times, Saints. But defensively, so woeful.
Like this, we're going to get relegated.
Matchday vlog is coming to an end. Sorry it was an abrupt ending in terms of the match content. I just had enough. The guys I was with had enough at 3-0. They wanted to go home with about 20 to go. I hung it out for as long as I could, but they were waiting for me. I would like to get a feeling at the end, but it was just not possible to keep going, and it was just like, and there was no point anyway. It was such a drab ending to the game, and it was just, I didn't see Armstrong's goal. It was such a late consolation anyway, but it felt quite toxic in the away, and it was horrible actually. Everything about today has just been a really tough game. But I will break it down a bit more. I've read all your comments in the instant reaction video if you've watched that and you're watching this. Some of it I agree with, some of it I don't. Look, if I feel a player's not played well, I'll say it. Look, I've had an interview with the manager. The club gave me an interview with the manager. I'm not protecting the manager for any reason. Look, I'm a total neutral. I'm not employed by the club. I'm not employed by anyone. This is my channel, so I will say it how I see it. And I will be hard if I need to be hard on what I feel I'm seeing at this moment in time. But I'm honest, and I'm just balanced in my view. First and foremost, credit to Hull today. I thought they were really good. Chatting to Ant on text on the way back, and we were talking about some of their performances. Giles at left back, some of the balls he put in the box are really good. His crossing ability was really good today. McBurnie up top, it was a real handful. The midfielder, can't pronounce his name, begins with H. I'm not going to even try to pronounce it, but I thought he was absolutely tremendous in midfield for them. They were good, but Saints have to be better. He has to find a system. Look, I'm not protecting Steele. I like him a lot, but he's going to have to turn it around really quickly. He needs to gel these players, and it's difficult because there's a lot of bodies come in. But still, I don't accept as a fan to travel as far as we did today to not see a proper performance, because we didn't see a proper performance today. I've got some notes I've made. I've called it the horror show at Hull. Didn't expect it by any stretch of the imagination. What I didn't expect was the defence to be so dreadful. Taylor Harwood-Bellis needs dropping, not been good enough. 3 goals he was at fault for today. The goalkeeper with the first one probably needs to do better and get it around the post. But for the header to be won with Roslev and Harwood-Bellis there, it's just unforgivable at that level. I just don't think it's good enough. I would go back to a back 5 now, or back 3 centre-backs. Harwood-Bellis is struggling at the moment, and maybe that's a hangover from last season. Look, I'm not saying he's a terrible player. I just think at the moment he's not playing well, good enough. And I don't know, just don't think he's good enough. Stevens got that 3-year contract. A lot of people were talking about that. We rewarded failure with a contract. Yeah, I take the point. I don't think he was good enough today. I don't think he dropped both of them, but I think Nathan Wood has to come back in the side. I was impressed with him early on in the season. I think the shape's just not gelled. Finazaz just doesn't fit at the moment. Tom Fellows did okay in bits. Shay Charles is the only player that comes out with any credit to me, but what I'm really struggling with was the lack of passion, the lack of desire from the players, and the lack of real commitment. There's a real lack of commitment, but why? Why? And that's the big question. Get involved in the comments box below. Give me your thoughts to that. I've spoken about defensive horror show and the goals. I think the players need to step up quickly. If there is any leaders in that dressing room, they're going to need to step up. But I'm going to be totally honest. I still don't think the transfer business was good enough in the summer. I called for a goalkeeper. I chatted to a friend of mine who worked in the game a lot, a very good friend of mine, almost like a mentor actually. He knows exactly who he is because he'll be tuning in right now. And we talk the same football language and we talk about it a lot. He's worked at the highest level in the game, and he speaks to me about backbone. And he was in a team that did very, very well and went through some very good seasons, but they had a backbone: goalkeeper, centre-back, central midfielder and striker. And that is absolutely key. We don't have any. The goalkeeper's not quite good enough probably at this moment in time. He's developing, but yeah, could have done better with the first goal today. Defensively, who's the real leader there? Maybe Stevens, but he isn't like a Rolls Royce defender, is he? Charles is going to be a good midfielder, but he needs someone next to him. Ori Romeo still without a club, by the way. Go do the business, Saints, and get him in. Honestly, if there's anyone you could do within midfield now as a midfield warrior, and then you need a striker that's good enough. And going and buying a striker from the German second division who's unproven in this league was a gamble which isn't paying off at this moment in time. He lacked anything good today. No desire, no strength. He really, really needs to start showing that he wants to be here. And that is what annoyed me today. And one of my friends who is a Southampton fan was sat in the whole section today because he couldn't get a Saints end ticket, and he said to me he couldn't wait to get off today. couldn't wait to get off, and I thought the same. He couldn't wait to get off Damien Downs today. Never good enough. Fearful, a little bit lightweight. Where you can find a striker that's 6'7" that won't get his head on the end of things, I find it quite unbelievable. He needs to improve quickly. He's a young man, I know, and I'm not throwing him. And someone said to me earlier, you don't go in hard on the players, but I've gone in pretty hard on him, and he's a young player. Hopefully he gets better, hopefully he improves, and I'm sure he will do, but today he needs to show more desire. Look, I think all round the pitch, we need to see a lot more from these players. At home next week against Borough, there needs to be a massive, massive kick on from the performance today. I didn't think we could get any worse than the Pompey performance. Well, we did today, but the difference was today we were shit, but Hull had a better quality than Portsmouth, and they got the ball in the box. The manager sussed out how to play us, and he was getting balls in the box, and they knew if they could get someone in behind us or in between the centre backs, we would be in trouble. And when you've got a right back that's not that good at this moment, so I'm not convinced by Roslev, I'm going to be honest. He's a downgrade on James Bree. James Bree, man of the match today for Charlton Athletic. How this bit of business has happened, I don't know. But for me, not good enough at this moment in time. From what I've seen of him, has to be better. He will be an issue. So for me, I would look to change the whole system next week and revert back to the three at the back. People won't like it. I think Azaz sits out next week as well. Not done enough since he's been in, not done enough. And playing against his ex-club, his ex-teammates, is that what you want to see? Probably not, I don't think, if I'm totally honest. But there's a lot to get sorted quickly. We're not at a crisis point yet. Give me your thoughts, but it will quickly head that way. I've come off social media tonight. Well, not left it, I'm just not going on it because it is so toxic, and like there are fans. I was sat in a van with a bloke on the way back, and all he says, "Oh shit, Will Steele is now he wants rid of him." Hold on, mate. He's only been here for a short period of time. It's going to be difficult to gel with the players, and it is a big job. But we have spent a lot of money, and we have a very good squad of players. Adam Armstrong is my final point. I've gone on for 7 minutes now. Adam Armstrong, you have to get him in the side. You have to find your goal scorer and get him in the team. It's absolutely pivotal now that he gets utilised. The one man that scores goals in this level, we can't buy goals. He's come on and scored again today. He is a player that has to come into the side. Give me all your reaction, all your thoughts in the comments box below. I hope you've enjoyed my matchday vlog today. It's been a real tough one. Like I say, my worst ever away day that I can remember. Like, they all feel like a blur after a while. Woke up at 6:30. I'm probably going to go to bed. By the time I've edited this video, probably 2:30, 2:45. I will be proper ruined tomorrow, and I will feel pretty disappointed because my team was so bad today. Our team, because if you're a Saints fan tuning in, but credit to Hull, it was not my favourite ground I've been to. I've got to be honest. From the Midlands upwards, it pissed with rain, and on the way back, it was the same too. Got to the Midlands, it stopped. So not excited to go back to Hull anytime soon. That's the end of the matchday vlog. If you're not a subscriber, make sure you subscribe to the Football Martin channel. Smash like on the video. Just get involved in the comments and give me all your opinions. Have I got it right? Have I got it wrong? I won't get everything right, but the one thing I will be, as I'll always be honest and I'll always be open, and I'll always say it how I see it. I'll see you again in another matchday show. There'll be a live stream over the weekend at some stage, so stay tuned for that. I'll probably do something at some stage tomorrow, Sunday.